start with Pat on the left.
So, do you talk to Danny this week, or are you guys mortal enemies?
No, we're not mortal enemies. Probably send him a text here tonight, early in the week, and just wish him luck, wish him the best. He's done the same for me all season. Our whole little Purdue quarterback group text still goes on, and whoever we're playing, good luck against Arkansas, good luck against South Carolina, good luck against Northwestern. You all kind of keep in touch and support each other, and it's been pretty cool to keep that group together.
How many guys are in there?
It's me, Danny, and David Black. Yep.
Nick on the right.
You mentioned crowd noise in your 2 road starts. Probably going to be some crowd noise at Death Valley this week. What have you learned from those 2 starts, and what do you need to maybe polish up on?
Crowd noise is crowd noise. We have crowd noise at practice every day. It's an excuse. We know how to communicate. We've got to communicate. It's our job to communicate. Coach Mack every single day goes, "Hey guys," and we all say it after him like it's a elementary school. Communicate, communicate, communicate. We do it over and over and over again. And, it's for real. When it's loud and you can't hear yourself think, you gotta. It's our job to communicate the calls from the center all the way out. And we're gonna have a test at our hands with the crowd noise, obviously, and it's nothing we can't overcome.
More serious question: where did the one glove come from? When did that start, and why do you still wear the glove in the non-throwing hand?
Started back at my freshman year at Purdue. Number one, because it's cold, and it gets slick a little bit at times, and just threw it on there just to help with some of the exchange stuff with the zone read, and whether working with like 3 or 4 different centers, because I was a young guy at that time, going between scout team to working with the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, back and forth, and again a new center every period. Just a little bit extra to help, because every center's different with where they put the ball. So anything to help with that, and then it just kind of became a thing where you can feel naked without it. So I just kept it on.
Edgar on the left.
What's going to be the key to maximize opportunities, especially as the margin for error gets slighter against an opponent like LSU?
It's the same thing that it's been since week 1, which is staying on rhythm, winning 1st and 2nd down, so then when we get to 3rd, in manageable situations, Coach Nuss can get creative and use all the game plan calls that we want to do. And when you get caught in 3rd and long, you can be Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. It's hard. 3rd and long, you limits the things that you can do. The pass rush gets dialed up. They bring their exotic blitzes. You see the crazy coverages. That's when they're behind. That's when they are kind of on offense, if that makes sense. When we keep them ahead, when we stay ahead, we can keep them off balance. We can run pass. We can use the misdirection. We can dial up some of the things that we want to do, specifically for the team that we're playing. That's when we are prolific at times, and that's going to be the challenge for us to stay ahead.
What are you individually looking to build on from Saturday's game and improve upon?
Stand on rhythm. That's always the challenge. Taking the things that you learn in your preparation on film, learning about these guys, who they are, what they do, and how they do it. Who are the guys? To going out in the practice field and dialing in our calls and getting through the reads as fast as you can. Get your eyes and feet in the right place, so there's no wasted movement, there's no wasted time. If one's not open, get to 2 right now and get that ball out. And that's what we did well for the most part on Saturday. I was kept clean, I wasn't hit, because the ball was out and receivers got open. And if they weren't open, we were able to reset and get to the next guy. And that's going to be a challenge for all of us. Protection is more so not on the offensive line as it is on receivers and quarterback. We all play a part in this thing. And if we can do our job, everybody, all 11 of us, we'll get the ball out, we'll be clean, and we'll stay ahead of the chains.
Ryan on the right. Thomas.
Just when you went back to the tape, what were you especially proud of, and what were you most self-critical about?
Say it one time, sorry.
What were you especially proud of in your performance, and what were you most self-critical about?
I like the way that we started fast. Our offense, that's been something we've been challenged to do. Get our foot on the gas pedal and not take it off, no lull periods. don't exhale. And I think for the most part, we kept our foot on the gas pedal the whole time and kept them off balance, and that's huge for us. Because we've got all the weapons in the world, and when you stay ahead of the chains, when you win first down, when you get the run game going, then we can do whatever we want. We can get all of our different guys involved, whether it be the tight ends, whether it be obviously our big playmakers in Callaway. Scarlett had a great game. Our tight ends got involved. Ahmad had a great game getting in there and being a big body for us down the field. And, we work some of the misdirection, play action. That's what we want to be. And as we can continue to push to stay ahead, stay on rhythm, work our tempo, because we started to wear them down late. We really did. As you saw in that last, I think I'm most proud of the way that we put the game away late, where we knew that we needed to run the clock out, try to shorten the game, and we were able to run it against 9-man boxes. And on a 3rd and 5, coach had the confidence to call pass, and we were able to convert that thing on a 3rd and 5. That's huge for our team, the way that he believed in us. And it's just going to be huge for us going forward.
And then Max kind of harped on the fumbled snap. What happened on that play, and is that a concern that you need to clean up?
It's not a concern. I think when you have a bunch of new guys in there, it's something that we got to pay extra attention to. When you're down in the red zone, down in the short, the tight red, where you're getting ready to go in and score, the defensive line is going to spike and dive at legs and try to make, everyone's trying to, it's like a big scrum, and we just got to do a better job, myself in the center, of getting the exchange. That's number one. Regardless of what we're trying to do, what the play call is, can't run the play without the exchange. And regardless of who's in there, how long we've been in there together, that's our job. So we'll get it fixed.
Last two, Thomas, then Mark.
I don't think it's any secret that the SEC East is on the line. Is there maybe a balancing act between taking a little extra energy and juice from knowing that versus putting too much pressure on yourselves?
It's the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. And with that said, we know it's at stake. We want to go back to Atlanta. That's why you come to Florida. You want to play for championships. And we've got everything that we want right in front of us. We made it a little bit more difficult than we would have liked to. Kind of letting one slip earlier a couple weeks ago, but we're ready to roll, man. We're gonna have a great week of practice. We got to bring great energy. We've got a lot of young guys that have been forced to step up with injuries, and I'm encouraged by that because of the energy that they're bringing. They might not be the starter, they might not be the star, but it's important to them. And the way that they prepared, the way that they went out there and fought, like TJ McCoy, Harkless, the guys that have stepped in. I was so proud of the way that they went in there and just battled. They didn't always do everything right, and I didn't do everything right all the time, but it's the passion, the energy, just loving being out there and playing for each other is probably the thing that I'm most proud of from our offense. Our defense obviously played lights out, and they do that every week, I think. But the way that we played for each other, if things didn't go right, it was fine. We shook it right off, kept pat each other on the butt, and keep going. And on the sideline, we were communicating, we were getting things organized, and it was just a positive energy that was just around us all day. And that's going to be something that we definitely, probably most importantly, need to carry with us into a hostile place, because it's going to be us against the world.
Mark, last one.
I joked about Drew Brees being on your text chain, but he supposedly got pretty strong ties to Purdue.
Yep.
Have you met him? Have you talked to him? Do you have any relationship with him at all?
I met and worked out with him out in LA during an off season back a couple of years ago. It was he and Tim were actually at Tebow were out there at the same time with Tom House. He's kind of the quarterback guy, and I had a chance to spend a day out with them. He, I got his number. We texted and he called me and offered me some support every now and then. He's huge for that program. He kind of is he's our Tim, I guess. He's obviously a Hall of Famer, and what he's done, what he means to that university is huge in the way that he's been around and knows how important it is to get around us kids and support our program. Has been really, really special. And the way he does it is almost more than you would expect for a guy like him. So we definitely appreciate it. And I definitely appreciate the way that he's always supported me over the years.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Go get it.